You know, we've come really, really far as creating nothing and already having a wall with a shadow, some patterns, and even a glass doorway that we're about to create. So hopefully you guys are really enjoying it so far. Now, what I want to do is I want to take the gradient that's in the glass and I'm going to put it in this one. So I'm going to select this glass pane here, grab my eyedropper, and I'm going to click in that gradient that's already here. And I'm going to take this piece here, I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to just shift and use that keyboard shortcut and bring that down. And we're going to put a gradient in here as well. So we're going to grab a gradient and we're going to throw it in there. Now this doesn't look too much like glass, so we may need to jazz it up a little bit. Let's grab our gradient tool and maybe add one more stop with a brighter color, like a brighter blue, or even, let's see here, a white. Something like this, not too harsh. And maybe one down here. Okay, we'll double click. Alright, so it looks a little bit more like glass with a little gray in there. And now we have our door. Okay? Now, the part that looks tricky is this guy. And it's not that bad because we're not going to follow it exactly. We are going to use the rounded rectangle and we're going to overlap them, and then we're going to build this piece by using the Pathfinder tool. So let's take a good look at it and let's head back to Illustrator. I'll move this down and I'll save my file. And let's go ahead and grab our rounded rectangle. And once again, I'm going to take another look. I need a piece of red in the center, flanked by white, blue, and white. Alright, so this would be the red piece. Man, let me go ahead and color that red. And once again, it's flanked by two white ones. So I'm going to grab a white one like this and give it a color of white. And actually, what I'm going to do is delete that. Click on this shape and we're going to go ahead and do a draw behind. And we'll draw the next piece. We'll fill it with white. And we're going to draw another piece. Okay, and that's going to be blue. Then I'm going to nudge these guys over a little bit. Like so. We're making our own. And what we can do is we can actually use this twice. We can simply drag this handle out so that it's on this side as well. And we can do the same thing with this one. No reason to reinvent the wheel. Okay. Let's take another look at the picture. We also have a rectangle that's back here with another bar for the sign. So let's head back and we'll create another rectangle, this time a regular rectangle. Once again, we're going to have our draw behind mode on. And since we have nothing selected, everything will go behind this piece here. And we'll make this red. And I'm going to scale this up a little bit like so. And I'm going to simply duplicate this one. So I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste in front. And I'm going to scale it like so. And this will be the bar for our sign. So as you can see, not too bad. Now what we're going to do is take one more look here and just see if the colors are all the same. And this one has they all have a bright outline. So let's go ahead and recolor the stroke on these guys. Okay, maybe give it a little bit more thickness. And there we go. I'm also going to grab my type tool and I'll type the word diner. And I'm going to click on it and scale it by grabbing the middle handle, and I will put this right here. But because I am draw behind mode, it went back there. So I'm going to go to Object, Arrange, Bring to Front, and I'm going to change the color to yellow. And I'm going to change the font as well in just a second to something a little thicker, like an Arial black. So we're going to go ahead and find Arial. And if I knew my alphabets, people, if I knew them, here's Arial black. Okay, and I'm going to scale it so it fits. Okay, looking so far so good. We can even take this text here, and I'm going to go back to draw normal mode. I'm going to go to let's see, Edit, Copy, and Edit, Paste in back. Fill that with white, and with my arrow keys, nudge it down once and nudge it to the right once, and I can't really see it, so I'm going to make it black and nudge it to the right and down one more time. Oh, it looks much better. Now we're almost done. We need to make that little wacky piece there. So this piece, we have to think about, how can we get this shape? Well, it's a cutout. So it looks to me like we can have one circle with another circle that we deform a little bit, and we simply duplicate that circle and put it on the other side, and then we use the Pathfinder to divide it. Took me a little while to think about that, believe it or not, when I was working on it. So don't let those kinds of things like throw you. You know, it throws everybody. You have to kind of think ahead of the game when you're working on these kinds of things. So I'm going to draw out an ellipse, and the color's not important right now. And I'm going to draw another one, and I'm going to move it into position, and I'm going to pretend I can see that shape. Okay, so here is that first piece, and we need to have one over here, but this part needs to come down a little straighter. So I'm going to grab my direct selection tool, and I'm going to click on this point and move it like this. We're only concerned with the piece we're about to cut out. Then I'm going to take this piece here, I'm going to copy it, paste in front, and I'm going to take this handle here. Actually, I think I just copied the point, so let me undo that. Happens sometimes. You have the wrong tool selected. I want the selection tool, edit, copy, edit, paste in front, and now take this handle and simply move it over here, and then I'm going to drag select or clicks and shift select all of them till I can see the part in the center. So I need to move this over a little bit. I can even go to the view mode and go to outline so I can see it more clearly. And as you can see, we had that shape we're about to cut out, and we'll do that in the next part.